All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, Malik Willis Film. We're going to determine if he's worth the commitment or not. I think this is very important because he has a limited sample size, and I think it's important for everybody to look at every pass drop back that he had in Green Bay so that we can make a determination. You know, is the hype warranted? Is he worth the money? Is this something that the Dolphins should do? I'm going to go over the film with y'all. We're going to watch it together. I'm going to give you my thoughts real time. I haven't even seen it. Well, I've seen like a few plays, but I haven't broken anything down. I've just like hit the button like, oh, this is the film. This all the plays. Okay, let me get off of it. And I'll do a raw reaction. So I after seeing like two plays without breaking it down, I just said, hey, I'll do a raw reaction live so that we can do it together. So y'all hit the like button. Let me know if this is what you want. If this is what you wanted, I'm here for it. That's what I'm here for right now. Let's get into it. But yeah, man, this should be very interesting because I'm gonna go ahead and give you my take right here, right now, on the show. So let's get into it. But again, punch the like button on your way in. Let your friends and family members know about the channel. TD PHINS TALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. All right. Someone said, dope, been waiting for this. I appreciate it. So stay tuned. We're about to get into it. Come on, guys. If he was the real deal, you don't think Green Bay would have got something in trade for him? No, because he's a free agent. Green Bay doesn't own his rights. This isn't a case where, you know, Green Bay's not cutting him. He's a free agent. Green Bay can't get anything for him. Why would someone trade for him if they know that they could just go in the open market? Why give up a draft pick and pay him when you can just pay him and keep your draft pick? So that's not the case. And I'm going to come at this with an unbiased lens, and let's break it down. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right. So let me see. All right. Yeah, this is a good view. All right. So we're going to break it all down. We're going to get into the film. TD, would you trade Tua if we had to include it? No, I'm not giving up a sixth round. Well, I ain't going to say a sixth round pick. I mean, I give up a fifth round pick, but anything past a fifth round pick, no, I'm not trading Tua and paying you draft capital. We just going to eat the money loss. We're going to eat the money loss, okay? Ross understands already. I'll eat the money. It ain't a big deal. All right? All right, let's get into it, though. All right? So here we go. We got like 30, they say about 30 snaps from Malik Willis, all passing plays. And I'm gonna so here when I watch film like this, batch film where it's quick and it's just the plays, this is about 3 minutes and 11 seconds of film, but it could take us 30 to 45 minutes, maybe even longer. What I look for, tendencies. How are they designing the offense for you? Is it requiring a progression, or is it first read based? Are you exercising high to low? All of those type of things. Are you reading the field? Are you allowing plays to develop, or are you just going to the first read? All of that stuff I try to look at in a quarterback. Now, the deep and depth stuff with the footwork and mechanics, that's a deeper dive. What I want to know is, does he have the cerebral capability? And how are his passes? What the ball placement look like? All of those type of things. Okay? It can get even deeper, but I'm looking at those things first. The deeper dives are literally granular, and y'all will be bored with that. So without further ado, let's get into it. So we kind of got like a jumbo package here. Six offensive linemen. We got an extra one on the left side of the line with a tight end off the line. We got two receivers, one to the left, one to the right. The one on the left is hugged tight to the line with a single back. All right. Defense, we got a loaded box. We got 8 in the back box with a single high safety. I'm noticing that the two corners have outside leverage. So what they're basically trying to do is have an advantage just in case those one-on-ones go outside. They can stay with their man and keep everything inside and take them to the safety where the help side is. That's what the defense is trying to do here. And obviously, I already know that these are pass plays, okay? Because these are every pass play from Malik. So I expect them to get a nice play action out of this. and see how they work those receivers and look for that tight end as well. But you also got another eligible receiver. I don't know who declared it on this play. But let's get into it. Here we go. All right, fakes the handoff. So we got a naked boot. All right, so I like this so far. I like I'm gonna be honest, a good way to sell it because he sucked all the linebackers in and to a point to where they're paused. And right now, number 9 at the top of the screen going towards the end zone, he's working high, but it looks like that's going to be bracketed. Unless he waits that out, that's going to be covered. But I already see the tight end underneath flexing open, high to low. So right now, I can tell you now, if he's making the right play, he's going to abandon the high and go to the low to the tight end. And ball placement is everything here for potential yak. And hopefully he gets the ball out quick right here. Let's see. All right. Ball should have been out. Like he should have saw that right away. But he does get it to the right guy. So good play, good read. But I think that could have possibly been a touchdown. It could have, but I'm gonna be honest with you, that's a passing play for Malik Willis for me. All the he checked all the boxes there, came out, ball got to be out right here. Ball has to be out. But he wanted to make sure he's looking high to low. Bam, look, high, low, get rid of it. And that's a nitpick by me. That's perfectly fine. All right, that's perfectly fine. Good play, and they pick up the first down on this one. So that's one successful play. And again, not predetermined. And if he was predetermined, he got off of that first read and came underneath to the second read. That hits the mark for me. All right. Next play. Let's get it. Next play, another one, play action, back to pass. All right. Everything looks very jumbled right here. Rolling out, but now he got a defender that's about to close in. And I'm going to tell you now, right now, nothing pretty much looks open. That tight end going to the flat isn't even turned around. The only option here is probably number 9 curling over the top of that defender with his back turned. You can take a shot there because the defender's back is turned. Let's see what happens. He holds on to it. He throws it and gets rid of. Wait, hold on. Let me see that. Did he hit the right guy here? Let me see. Malik. Okay, he throws it there. And wait. I'm confused. That's zip by. I might have to do this in like 2 times speed if I don't get it on this one. Back. That's a touchdown. He threw it to the third guy that had the tight coverage. He threw it to 87. He flicks it up. He throws it. No. Okay, I see what's going on. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a touchdown, but it's a terrible decision. This is a touchdown, but it is a terrible decision. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I know that sounds crazy, right? That sounds crazy, but we got to go back to this, okay? We got to go back to this. So he goes where I tell you, number 9 on Watson, but Watson stops right here. So what he's doing is saying, okay, Watson's stopping. The guy has his back turned. Let me throw it to Watson because I'm on the same page with Watson. Great concept. But I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think he realizes that the route underneath is also coming that way. And that could have been a pick if the defender was paying attention. Right here. He flips it anyway. Luckily for him, the defender, number 28, isn't paying attention. He throws his hands up, and it ends up being a touchdown. That's a hope and a prayer right there. That's a hope and a prayer. But it works. Sometimes you need some luck. I ain't going to knock him for it. He took a shot in the end zone to his guy, hoping he made a play. He made a play. I'll take that, okay? I'll take that, but those are dangerous. All right, next up, play action, rolling right, got the tight end underneath, but you also got the big play. Please tell me you winding back for 83. Because remember, is he working high-low? Please tell me he's working the high-low here. Bam, right here on your eyes. You're working high. You can see the guy. You see he's coming open. Please tell me you firing this. Yeah, he going for, oh no, he goes underneath. I can't. No. That's not good vision at all. Are y'all seeing what I'm seeing? You work high to low, because low is your contingency. That's your check down. This play worked. You had him. Not only did you have him, if you would have held off, you got the crosser over the middle too. There is no pressure for you to rush. There is no pressure for you to rush. Now, I'm not knocking it. You got the tight end on this one and you get the first down, but I'm sorry. You just left the big play on the field. This is game management right here. And if you want to take that next step and be a franchise quarterback, you can't be settling for game management. You got two guys here, the deep ball. That's a bad miss right there. That's a touchdown. And even if across the other way, the crosser. Yeah, that's a bad miss. And now they got the first down. It lives to fight another down, but as the field shrinks, ladies and gentlemen, it gets harder and harder. This is why teams don't score as many touchdowns, because guys that miss plays like this. This is a touchdown. That's a touchdown. He missed out. And I'm going to tell you, so far on this film, I'm not impressed. Making some plays, but they're all right, let's go. All right, so let me back up here and see what I'm seeing. All right, here we go. 2 by 2. All right. I got to see this pre-snap again, that formation. It's interesting. Okay, center. Okay, I see what's going on. All right, 5 linemen, running back on the left hip, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Okay. He's at his first read, number 27 in the slot on the right. And he goes out. All right, I like this one. I like this play. This is a good read by him. This is one of those quick play actions. Quick action plays where you put the defense at conflict, where they got to make a decision. In the corner, the inside corner is actually staying put, and which gives the outside corner the quick out, because it looks like three safeties right here, cover 3. Look like they're running cover 3 and they're taking advantage of the outside quick out, which is, and that's the perfect read, the correct read. Get it on the outside and get some yardage. Like it. All right, next play, another jumbo. Fakes the handoff. We just got a one-on-one. Nobody's going on a route but that one guy. Nobody's going on a route, so he's just going to throw the fade. And he gave him a chance. Nice throw. Just couldn't come down with it. Next throw, they want to go opposite side, and he comes back middle. I like that. Let me go back over here. I already like that on this play right here. So he's looking left, one-on-one. The out. He didn't want to attack that. He comes back middle. Watson fires over the middle. Did he catch it? Did he catch that? No, bad throw. Thought he was going to bullet that in. Did it hit the ground or something? Yeah, just a bad throw. He didn't give him a chance by firing it through the middle there. I like he got off of that first read, though. He didn't like it. Next play. Fakes the handoff, back to pass. Whoo, geez. Look at that guy going across the middle, man. Please tell me you hitting that, Malik. Please tell me you're hitting this guy wide open over the middle. Y'all see that at the 45-yard line right above the logo? He cocks back, throws to the tight end. Now here's what's interesting about this. This is the interesting. It gets completed, and it's a big play, and that tight end is open too. But I don't get it. Like, from a progression standpoint, the guy that's wide open right now should be the read, and it should be fired. but he waits it out almost like it's predetermined to hit the tight end who's also open. But how do you miss that first one, though? It's a piece of me. It's like you're not going through progressions. What you're doing is trying to hold a safety for that guy to be open, and you fire to that guy. So you don't even care if the first guy is actually open. This is predetermination. You can't tell me how you pass up this guy right here if you're actually processing the field. Fakes the handoff right here. See, he's not looking at the receivers. He's looking at the safeties. And right here, he probably doesn't even recognize that guy is wide open. He's pulling the safeties just so he can get this tight end open. Now, I understand that's where, in practice, that's a high level. Hey, the concept is to get that guy open, but man, they are blowing this coverage like no other. And you got to take advantage of that. But we don't. Like, do you realize that's your touchdown? I just realized there's nobody over there. That's a touchdown. See, this is the type of quarterback play I can't get behind, because what we will see is success, but not the maximum success. Now, that ain't me making a conclusion yet, but come on, man. Touchdown right here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a touchdown. At the 50-yard line, that is a touchdown. That is number 9, your guy. That is a touchdown. But we hold it out, get it to the tight end on a throw where he has to return it 360, let people catch up, bang, bang, big play. But come on, this is what I'm talking about. That's that Tua stuff. That's the stuff they be like, oh, Tua cooking. He could have been cooking a little bit more with an additional 30 yards and a touchdown. And then people wonder why on drives like that, when you kick a field goal, oh, you can't be happy about nothing. No, you can't miss this stuff in the NFL if you're going to be the franchise quarterback. Somebody said it's not as easy throw as you think. What ain't easy? Are you kidding me? Direct line of sight over the middle? No angle required? Just straight to him? Do you not see this man at the 50? Straight. What's difficult about that throw? In the middle of the field? Are you really going to say it's not as easy of a... The throw he made was way harder, which was already bad ball placement, by the way. I'll do you one better. Maybe even take a shot at the receiver way at the top who's beating his guy as well. Like, look at this. He throws it to the most difficult throw, and you say it ain't that easy. Well, you made it harder. I didn't even notice this. Look at the receiver at the top of the screen. The QB drop determines which throw he is willing to make. Oh, my gosh. He's already, listen, every throw is eligible right now. Every throw is eligible regardless of the drop. He's set, and you got two wide open receivers. He actually throws it to the one that ain't open but coming open. He picked the hardest route. Luckily for him, it worked out. Good job. But he picked the hardest route. TD already talking bad about Willis when he ain't even on the team. Yeah, I get it, but I mean, ain't this this is when you're supposed to be critical when a guy ain't on the team, so you can possibly avoid craziness. Now, what this is showing you, he can play the position, but can he be your franchise quarterback? This is showing you Malik Willis can play the position, but can he be your franchise quarterback? We done already been through 2 plays that should have been touchdowns. And one touchdown that was like, wow, you threw that in some dangerous territory just because. Let's keep going, man. All right, it's caught. Play action. Next play. All right, look like a predetermined, quick little dump down to the tight end. This is designed this way. All right. All right, that's a good play. I saw a guy come across the middle, but he made the right read. Pressure coming in your face. Hurry up and get rid of the football. Don't wait for the rest of it to develop. You got pressure. Good decision there. A quick little pass. All right, play action. Back to pass. Bam. He looking at his snapshot. This is a little muddy right here. This is dangerous. Let's see what the receivers are doing. Going back. He's firing it deep. He just fired the football. This was a throwaway. Oh, let me go back. That was a throwaway. He was getting rid of the football. Right here. Back to, oh, no. I went too far. Yeah, right here, he's just getting rid of the football. Nothing's open. As you can see, this is great coverage right here. Did I go too far back? Yeah, that's now, I'm going to be honest. You want to give your guy a chance at the 25-yard line? Put that inside? But I understand why he threw this ball away. He didn't see that or feel that developed yet until it was too late. Pause right here. He's cocking back. See, it's not developed yet. If anything, you want to try that out by 9, but the linebacker is inside of it or the safety and can drive on that. This is a throwaway right here. Get rid of the football, especially since the tackle right in front of his face just beat his guy. Take no chances. One more second, he might have had a touchdown on the inside, but get rid of the football. This is not his fault. He actually made the best play, living to fight another play. All right, next one up, center mass. He looked right, came back middle to at the safety, holding it, coming back left. Did they miss on that? I mean, I'm trying to see if they actually catch these. That's a touchdown. That's a big time play right there. Let me see this. So we got a jumbled up situation here. So, yeah, this is okay. Oh, I hate to criticize this because this is such a great ball. This is such a great throw. So two things can be true. So this is that Tua stuff I be telling y'all about with the national championship. It's a Hail Mary. You see how he looking down to the middle of the field, and when he fires the football, he not checking to see if it's open. He's just like, hey, man, hopefully you beat your guy. Go get it. Watch him. Comes back, throws it. He doesn't check. Luckily, the concept at the bottom did his job, and it did get open. Hell of a throw. Hell of a throw. That is a big boy throw. But again, it's short of processing the field. This is let me trust my guy. Because look at the wrinkle at the bottom of the screen. This is a guess, but hey, they're going to throw this 100% of the time. A lot of players do this, even the great players. I just don't like it personally because it's guessing. I want y'all to pay attention to the bottom of the screen. You got the quick out right there. So I love the concept here, especially on single high. I love this concept. So what you got is a jumble. You see the slot receiver? He's gonna shadow the outside receiver, almost like it's an out route, right? But he's actually not gonna run the out. He's gonna go continue up. And that's gonna drive the outside corner downhill because the outside receiver is gonna run the out right there. You see how the inside receiver is outside? But he's not really outside. They're looking like they're running a double out, which is the weirdest thing ever. But he's just going to keep going on the go. And it's going to fool the defenders. Got him. That little step right there, got him. The corner can recover. One of them headed to the out, and the other is trying to chase what he just got fooled on. Great concept. Malik just throws up the hope and prayer, and the receiver has to track it and get it. They connect, touchdown. Beautiful execution. That's more play design and execution by the wide receivers and the quarterback putting the ball right where it needs to be. right where it needs to be. That whole thing was a masterpiece. Masterpiece right there. I love that. Single high, that's how you beat single high, by the way. That's how you stress it. All right, this is a little flip outside. We don't even grade that one. All right, so we're going to hike the football. We got trips to the left. And usually whenever they run that concept, they tend not to throw it that way. They just decoy the defense, shift it. But they do this time. It's a screen, okay? And it gets a little something. That's a design play. Nothing to evaluate there. That was going to be in screenplays or like run plays. There's nothing to read. You're going to throw that football. You're going to throw that football. Somebody say you don't think Tua can do that. I think you're talking about that go. Yeah, Tua can do that. That's what he made a living off of, just throwing up the hope and prayer. See, my problem with that is if the DB wasn't fooled and the DB was on top of it, or they tricked you and they went into zone coverage on the outside and it wasn't man, it might have been an interception and it would have been thrown no matter what. That's the only problem with those risks you take sometimes. Anyway, let's keep it going. This is a design play. It ain't nothing to evaluate. Play action. Here we go again. All right. All right. He's centered up with the safety, waiting on something to develop. The O-line is doing very good. Everybody's in front of their guy. Right here, he's coming. Beautiful, beautiful. I like that. I like that. See, this is patience. This is patience. He knows the routes here, and he's zeroed in on holding that safety, and he holds them enough for this to happen, and that's anticipation right there. Bam, right on the money. This is the best play I've seen him have so far because it actually required processing and delivery of the football with good timing and anticipation and great ball placement. It's the best play that I've seen so far. Best play. Not that touchdown goal. That was conceptual that made that. This one here, that's pure execution. And great read and great patience in the pocket. And then when it broke down at the very end, the ball was already on the way out. Great execution by Malik on this play. Next up, back to pass. This is a quick design action where you're putting the linebackers at conflict. You got one sitting down and one on the out. Hit the sit down. Quick little action. That's one of those stick movers. You know, nothing to really process. Just you know that they're in zone coverage. You have a guy going out. You got a guy sitting down. If they follow the out, hit the sit down. If they hit the sit down, follow the out. That's the easy stuff. All right, next one. Back to pass. Looks over to the safety in the right. Now goes back left. Floats it up because he has the one-on-one. Another one. Great execution, man. He's pretty good at that, man. He is pretty good at that one-on-one. Let me go back to that. He's pretty good at that ball placement on the deep ball when he has that single action. Pretty good. I like that. Back to pass, looking at the safety, holding him there. Looks slightly left, floats it up. He's holding the safety, and then he's floating up the one-on-one. Love it. He wanted to go there pre-snap, but in order to do it, he had to make sure he held the safety to get that one-on-one opportunity. He's executing those in this film right now, y'all. Saw some things early on you were really worried about with Malik, but right now he in his bag making some really big-time throws, and this is some back-to-back big-time throws, y'all. Outside of the routine stuff, some good stuff I'm seeing. All right, here we go. Patience. Oh, my gosh, another one. See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? This is real anticipation right here. This ain't spot throwing, man. This ain't spot throwing. This is not spot throwing right here. Back to pass. Looking left, looking right. He got a split safeties in cover two. Yeah, it's cover two, and he just find the tight end creeping over the middle. Perfect execution. That's a beautiful throw. Touchdown. Beautiful throw. Big time throw. All right, back to pass again. We got the same action right here. You see this? The guy at the bottom of the screen is going to sit down in the slot in the out. And right now they're playing the out. He's going to want to hit the sit down, but it is tighter coverage this time. Let's see what he does. Yep, he still hits it. Yeah, I mean, that's going to be there every time. That's going to be there every time. That's the second time they've had that play in this game in particular. And right there, you just put them in conflict. And the reason why Baltimore was better covering this time, they did better this time, even though it was still a completion, because last time it was cover 3 and now we got cover 2 again. So the outside guy can play the out better, but that linebacker, he gotta move. And he hesitates. Nice completion. That's, again, another stick mover. On first or second down, you get your 7 yards. Play action, naked boot again. I'm not okay. I'm seeing a trend here on these naked boots. I'm not liking his lack of patience. He, once again, as soon as he rolls out, he's firing to the guy. Catch, bang, bang. I'm sorry. There's nobody around you, Malik. If somebody was closing in your face, you make that throw. But the edge is bailing. He's not coming in your face. He's bailing. And you have to be patient because you got 87 and 90 over the middle. You can be patient on those. Nobody's near you. You're supposed to hurry up and get the football to the guy when there's somebody coming in your direction. Otherwise, you got to take that peek over the middle. Those are opportunities. That's the second one that he did that. Well, the first one was fine because he went high-low. The high was covered. The low was there. That was fine. But this one, you got to be patient if nobody is coming at you. Completion nonetheless. Live to fight another play, which this is the very next play looking at the sticks. Back to pass. Pause. We got an out. All right, ball placement not great, but good enough. First down. All right, next play. Back to pass. So we got this guy coming across the middle. This time the corner is over it a little bit better. So he bails on that. He comes back to the next read on top of that at the 50. He bails on that, and now he comes back this way. He could flip it to his guy, or he can take off and run. He has that option, and he's going to flip it to his guy because he couldn't get the edge to beat the defender to run upfield. Not mad at this. He went through his progressions, didn't like the looks, took off and ran, and dumped it off, the safer play. I gotta pause here because I actually love this. I love this. This is sound football. You don't have to force anything. You just got the first down. This is probably an early down. Let's live to fight another play. I like this. Look what he does. Back to pass. He wants to go over the middle first, but they're bailing on it. That's not a safe throw anymore. Plus, you're running into number 14 at the bottom where he can meet the ball. So you get off of that and you go to the next one. Let me back up real quick because he actually looks at the next one. Over the middle, not there. Now he switched to the next one. And he doesn't like that either. Because as you can see, the corner in cover 3 is starting to dive to the middle as well. And there's a throw there that could have been made, but look at that. Look at how the receiver just rounded it. You know, he didn't want to take that chance. So he rolls out of the pocket, gets the ball to his guy, live to fight another one. Here's the very next play. They're throwing the ball again. Back to pass. This is the same concept. You run the out route and have the guy sit down. But this time they're kind of all over that two receiver concept, except 87 is behind the linebacker, so he can go either way to become a target for Malik. So look for Malik to look at either 87 here, which is the guy sitting down at the 44-yard line, or wait for the crosser to develop over the middle around the 47-yard line. So, and I don't know what Malik is going to do here, but the first option is already taken away because the out route, the corner's all over it. But Calvin Oy, maybe, I don't know who that is, the linebacker at the 41, he's in front of the receiver with his back away, so 87 can manipulate this play and help his receiver, which he does. See that? He moved, got it to him. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about. Not only did Malik show patience and waiting on that, but the receiver has to know, man, the guy in front of me, his back is turned in the line of where I'm supposed to sit on my route. So let me get open for him. And Malik sees that and says, you better get open. And he did and hit him right away. Perfect execution. This is great football. This is what you call being in tune with your players, because that wasn't the route. The route is to go sit down and turn around. So Baltimore, obviously, they saw that play 2 times already in the game, and they just ran a defense all over it. The only problem is pass rush didn't get there in time, and the receiver adjusted the route because they were all over it. This is good high-level football. This is high-level football. They ran that exact same concept, out route, the slot receiver sit down. Same concept. That's the 3rd time in this game, but you see the adjustment by Baltimore, knowing that it's coming, but they still make a play out of it because the receiver kept moving when he saw that they were all over it. Let me play that one more time for those who didn't see it. Let me play the play. So look at it. It's that same concept. Look at the bottom of the screen. One receiver goes on the out, and the other one sits down in the zone coverage. Pause. See the out route in the zone sit? Baltimore's all over it. They made the adjustments. But 87 being smart and Malik knowing you better move right now. They do exactly that. Get in the open space, hit them. Man, I love that execution. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. Next play, back to pass. Got a little cluttered pocket with a defender with his arm up. Smart. The O-line didn't give that time to develop. You could have scrambled and maybe created more time, but hey, you know what? Based off of the routes, hit the running back, and he got a full steam to make a play. And a blocker. Good execution. Next play, back to pass, pressure, push in the pocket. He rolls out to keep it, to extend it. I can tell you now, you're going to have an out route underneath from the 3rd receiver inside, which he is. And right now, you can hit that guy right away, and nope. Oh, whoa. Let's go back. He was even more patient. He's doing exactly what I was saying he need to do more of right here. Right here, you want to think that he's going to hit the out route because he can. He waits it out, and the guy drops off of the receiver to come take away the out route. I like this, and here's why. The patience he showed. Anybody, even I said it, I called it. All right, hit the quick out because you're on the run, but you got a lot of sideline. And when you saw that guy drop down, patience. Hit the wide open guy. I love that. Hey, Malik's showing some good stuff on film right now, man. He's showing some early at the beginning of this, a lot that I didn't like. He's showing some stuff right now. The only problem is some of it is happening in the improvisational moments. But sitting in the pocket, we still judging it. All right, back to pass. All right, so you got a guy coming over the middle sharply with zone coverage. Guys flat-footed. If you want to fire that over the middle, that might be good. Corner at the top already all over the go route. Unless the top is an out route, you want to pass on that. Pause. See, he wanted to hit that middle. He pump fake, and then he pulled it down because they already start collapsing. So now he has to extend the play. I'm not mad. Extended more, not mad. Flipped it forward. Man, that's improvisational skills right there, man. That's improvisational skills right there. Hey, that's top notch. I'm telling y'all, man, when you break this whole play down, that's very interesting because even right here, if you want to fire it over the middle, it's dangerous. And he cocked back to do it, but he saw them linebackers too. Look at them. They want to come underneath that. You see how they were closing in on that middle? They were trying to close that. That was a dangerous throw if he would have did it. I'm actually impressed that he pulled that down. Why take that risk? Then he gets out of trouble, gets out of it again. He got payday to he keeps his eyes upfield. He could run right here, but he keeps his eyes upfield to determine if he want to run. And he puts the linebackers that's sitting there at conflict. Look at the conflict they in. All you got to do is look at their footwork. Look at the linebackers' footwork. I want y'all to pay attention to the linebackers right here, starting right here. At the 40-yard line on the right side of the 40, down the field, the 39 and the 37 and the 41-yard line. You see those two guys? Now, fast forward. He's escaping pressure. Bam. Now it's one-on-one. There's a linebacker at the 38-yard line. It's him and Malik, but the linebacker don't know what to do. He's in conflict. He knows he got a receiver in the area, but Malik could also run. And what does Malik do? He holds him for an extra second to let that receiver with his arm up clear. Right here. Right there, he held him. And didn't even throw the ball, y'all. He flipped it. He flipped it. He flipped it 25 yards. I don't know if y'all noticed that. He didn't throw the ball. He front flipped it. He front flipped the football. 10, 20, 25 yards. Boy, I thought this whole film session was going south at first. He's sure making up for it right now. He is sure making up for it right now. All right, this is a design play, another screen. It's the same screen they ran earlier in the game, but they flipped the side of the field. So obviously this is one of their red zone plays, but that's 2 times in a row it just didn't work. They're going to abandon that for the rest of the game. All right. Quick concept. That's a pick play, but it worked. Oh, he dropped it. It was a pick play, though, to be honest with you. So it's nothing to process there. That's designed to go there. They picked. That was a pick play. All right, back to pass. Looks left, just to hold everybody left. Comes back right. This is another design play. This is another design play. There's nothing processed here. This is designed to, let me show y'all. Yeah, this is a design play. There's no processing. You look left so that you can grab those 4 defenders at the top and push them left, in which they all do. Now you come back right, which makes the corner and the safety think you coming right, so you push them out of it. Now it's a running back with a linebacker with 2 blockers. This is great scheme, but right there, that slip, and plus those, I'm going to be honest with you, the running back sold on this play. The running back sold bad here. You got to follow your blockers. You're trying to get around the, well, let me say this. These plays have to be practiced with great precision and accuracy. The problem here is that guy, the center, never got out to that guy quick enough. He should have had an easy path, or they got to take this straight up field. But he tries to get around him, and this was going to be busted up. I see the concept, but the angles were bad. And that has to do with the blockers. Plus, he slipped. So another design play you can't really grade from Malik. All right, next play, backed up in his own territory. So we got 2 outs. We got double outs. And again, this might be that cover 3 they're in again and drop the football. Next play. Another out. They're just trying to work the outside on the coverage that these guys are in. Next play. Back to pass. Has a pocket, has time, Right here, you got one-on-one on the top of the screen. He got that. I love this. He sees it. Look at the corners back turned on this out route. This is a throw outside the numbers, ladies and gentlemen. Can he make it? Fires it. Bam. See, it wasn't a perfect throw, but he got it out there. It had the defender's back turned. Good execution, good read. Play action again. Now, this one here, man, this is what you call options, because a lot of people can come open on this play. Pause right here. He's waiting on it to develop. Ooh, he's already cocked back here. This is interesting. He's predetermining something. He's either going deep or he's taking this out at the top of the screen. This out that's at the 38-yard line. And man, I think he's gonna take this shot deep. Let's see what he do. Because the safety's pointing instead of moving. Yeah, he took it deep. He just threw it away. All right. Let me go back to that though. Let me go back to that. I don't know if that's what should have happened there. All right, let's see. Yeah, right here. He's stuck on the left side. And the safety can close on that. He never moved the safety, and that's the problem here. He looked straight to the left. Oh, is this real? We got breaking news. Max Crosby was traded to the Ravens. That's why Lamar tweeted earlier, boom. Everybody was like, what does boom mean? Max Crosby traded to the Ravens, excuse me. Cowboys were in it at the end, but the Ravens get them. The rich get richer. All right. Anyway, this play right here, he's throwing the football away, obviously. But he got pressure coming on that outside. But this is a play right here. I would like, I don't know. I get it. I mean, the only throw here is over the middle, and it's dangerous with that linebacker underneath. It has to be a perfect touch pass over the middle. And he already made his mind up, and the pressure was closing in. So get rid of the football. I wouldn't complain about that one there. Would not complain. This is the next one. Let me go back to this one. No, I'm a little confused by this. This is the next play here. Again, he's trying to hold a safety over the middle, and he's trying to come underneath on the crosser. He gets it. That's his first read. He sees him break, and that's his line of sight. This one here, one-on-one, again, holding the safety, taking a shot one-on-one. I like the decision. Bad throw, but it was complete. That should have been a touchdown, but it was complete. He underthrew the football, but he held the safety, came back right and fired. So Green Bay ran a lot of that concept. Hold a safety, you got one-on-one, fire it. I get it. All right, now he's looking left, firing the out route. See, this is the difference, man. One thing I'll tell you about Malik, I'm noticing the out route is in his arsenal. The out route is in his arsenal. It's definitely in his arsenal. Here it is again. Another one. They working it. They working the outs. Y'all see that? That was another play right afterwards. Oh, this is the beginning again. That was the last play. Yeah, man, they working these out routes. All right, well, that's it. I think that's, I got to go back and see. Was that all the dropbacks? I got to double check. But, So what do I think? What do y'all think? Scale of 1 to 10. What'd you think? Scale of 1 to 10. What'd you think? Scale of 1 to 10. What'd you think? 8.5, 7. Seven. Wow. All right, so I left that film at a 7.5. I left it thinking about a 7.8. I'm shifting it. 7.8. A lot of predetermined stuff is why it's not higher. A lot of hey, just hold a safety and fire it, and hopefully your guy beats his guy on the step. But there's some big time his ball placement on the deep ball. I think only one of them wasn't great ball placement towards the end there, but it was still caught. But I gotta go 7.8. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm looking for 8. But gosh, because it's unfair to think he doesn't have upside too. This is a conflict. This is a conflict for me. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's conflicting. It's conflicting because I'm gonna be honest with you. If you can get him for 10 million or less, oh, that's beautiful bringing him in the building. But paying 15 or more, man, is it worth it? But it might be. Like, because you can't write that as that's him. Like, you got to be able to say, since he has limited starts, he could get even better with more starts. Gosh, I thought I would go through this film and had an answer. And I'm going to tell y'all now, the first 7 plays, I felt like, oh yeah, he gonna be good enough not to be good enough. But after that, I saw a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff, man. Again, what's some things that I didn't like on those naked boots? But then he corrected it later. Remember, he had another naked boot, and I'm like, fire the ball, and he ain't fire it. He was patient because he could fire it a second later if he wanted. But then that patience bought the other guy open and he fired it and read that. The in-tuneness with the out route and the sit down. Oh, they're all over it. You better know his back is turned to you. Move. Oh, you moved. I got you. Like, it's real time on the field making plays. Yeah, there's a confliction. Yeah, we got to bring him in. It can't be more than 20 million though. Don't get this man more than $20 million. But if you know what, if we got to try to bring Malik Willis in, compete with Quinn Ewers, and I think he got an advantage over Quinn right now. I think he's better than Quinn right now, but Quinn got a lot of upside too. So, yeah, that's my conclusion. Bring Malik Willis in and see if you can continue to develop him, because a few more steps and he's ready. A few more. And here's the thing. He got better as the game went on. Now, yeah, somebody said, with what money? Arizona can outbid Miami easily. That's true. So if they do, good for them. If they do, bam. All right. They did it. But my principle, don't go over 20. Don't go over 20. And people like, what money? They're going to sign them on a 2-3 year contract and guarantee a year and a half of it. So the first year will be like $1 million cap hit. And next year it'll be a bigger hit. And then after that, if he's still on the roster, will be a bigger. And if he's still on the roster after that, you're extending him for a long-term deal because he did it. Dang, I gotta be honest with y'all. I actually did come into it. It was unbiased, but I did I did think, yeah, I'm gonna see film that tells me, nah, he can't be here. He gotta go. I'm sorry. He passed the test. He passed the film test for me. He passed the test. Yeah. That passes the test for now. For now. If you can get him for the right price. But don't go over that. I can live with that. I can live with that. And ladies and gentlemen, no spot throwing. He actually seeing it open and firing it. This wasn't timing. No spot throwing. Throwing outside the numbers. Improvising. Extending plays. So you can move the pocket with him. You can run the naked boots. Yeah. All right, man. I'm riding with Malik. Go get it done, Miami. Go get it done. Just don't overpay. And if you do, I'm gonna be mad, but I ain't gonna be mad. I just don't think it's smart to overpay. But if you're convicted about him, then go show your conviction. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. He an 8. I just moved myself from a 7.8 to an 8 because he still got more upside, and we're not even including the option plays he runs, putting it in the running back belly and taking off on his own. We ain't even include those. We didn't even include those. So, yeah, I'm a ride. I'm a ride with Malik for now. I think that would be very encouraging and exciting to see if he can grow next year with the Dolphins. I'm on Malik. I'm on the Malik train now. I'm officially on it. The film study that I saw so far, that's a good enough on film. Like, y'all got to understand, he made some of them plays. He made some of them things happen. Dang, it's like, ooh, I'm about to say something that's gonna get me in trouble, or people gonna praise it. He just showed me everything I wish we had in Tua. Everything. Non-spot throwing, actually seeing it and delivering it. The only time he doesn't see it and deliver it are on those deep balls where at least he holds the safety. I used to always tell people, Tua got flawless mechanics in the sense that the way he maneuvers his body and line it up with the safety to hold him and then just fire it. But man, he was dropping those in the bucket too, on the run. Like, not on the run for him, but in stride is what I meant to say. Like, early on, y'all saw some of them deep balls, like, and then outside the numbers, you can attack it. You can work that two-man action on the outside, putting DBs in conflict. You can work that action. Like, we saw cover 2, we saw cover 3, we saw single high, and he knew exactly what to do in each and every one of them. You saw familiar concepts that they ran, and even when the defense made an adjustment, he was able to figure it out on the play with his guys. See, this tells me Malik might actually get paid. I'm endorsing him, and we're going to see where that goes. But yeah, I'm riding with Malik. Go get him. I'll be happy with Malik. Gosh, that's crazy, man. I thought I was gonna be like, yeah, look at this. Like, when I do film, I'm trying to nitpick. I'm trying to convince myself why you not the guy. And if you pass the test with me trying to be all over you, yeah, that works for me. It works. This is what I'm talking about. Like, he's everything Tua is not. The mobility, the improvisational skills, the arm strength is better, the outside the numbers, real anticipation, not without spot throwing. I'm so mad at you right now, TD. Why? Why? What did I do? Are you kidding me? What did I do? I mean, were you here watching what we were watching? Franchise quarterback in the draft. Drew Aller. Y'all got to give him a 1-year contract. That's it. Yeah, but we're not going to get him because he's going to get a multi-year deal from Arizona. It's not about the 1 year. You can give him a 2 or 3. It's about the guaranteed money. Can you get off of it at the 1 year and be okay? That's what it's about. Tua is our guy. Yeah. And see if you can handle being a QB1. But why, TD? Why what? TD, you're the best. If you don't know, you better ask someone. Best Dolphin podcast. Thank you, brother. I don't get it. He hasn't proven it. I know, but it's the cost of business at a position in which it's hard to find. So when you look at a little sample size like that, let's not forget this is against Baltimore, who typically has a really good defense, and the intangibles. Like, he hasn't done it much or proven anything, but he can play. He can play. Now, I'm not a fool. Let me tell you what I also noticed. They did a good job protecting him. And when they didn't protect him, he could make some things happen, but it wasn't relentless pressure. And I wonder what that'll look like. But we ain't got none of that because they run a lot of that 22 personnel. They make sure that they protect. And then when they not protecting, they make sure they run the quick concepts like that play you saw 4 times in this film in one game. The quick out and the sit down. Put them at conflict in the zone. So, but that also tells you he's identifying, okay, they're in zone. We know what we're going to do. I'm going to work this concept. They're not out of zone. Okay, I'm going to look at the concept and work the middle. I think he's seeing that. You can't be making that many right decisions without recognizing what they're in pre-snap. And then if you don't recognize what they're in, because a few times you can see their adjustments and they're all over what you're trying to do, he still makes a play. So, I don't know, man. And let me tell y'all a concern I do have, though, bringing Malik in, right? First of all, are we going to continue zone blocking? I got to look up, see how they want to do that. Second off, would they utilize HN in the option? You know, putting it in his stomach, pulling it, or letting him go? You know, is HN one of those, okay, let me figure it out up in here? Or is he, let me get around the edge? I see the hole, go. You know, there's a difference. There is a difference in the type of running back. The system that Malik is used to in Green Bay doesn't usually utilize HNs. They don't usually utilize, they use a bigger back that can maneuver through traffic. And I know we say, oh, HN maneuvers through traffic. No, it's spread traffic. See, HN, that's why they love the outside zone where he can spread it all out. And as soon as a lane comes open, he goes through it. Or nothing, but I can cut back because everybody over pursued. But in Green Bay usually doesn't run that the same way. But I don't know. And I don't know what concept they're bringing here and if they're keeping the current one. I don't know. I gotta wait and see. But that's it, man. I'm about to get out of here. Malik Willis passes the test. Unless there's more film I need to see. Because I think this is all I have. And let me double check here. Let me see. Okay, so Giants, Bears. Oh, I thought I saw. Yeah, that's the Bears game. Green Bay, that was against Baltimore. So is it, am I correct? It was only 3 games? Y'all let me know in the chat. Let me look. Malik Willis. Yeah, 3 games. Somebody said Minnesota. I knew I saw some Minnesota in there. Must have been when he got thrown in to replace Jordan Love or something, because there wasn't much film on that. So in 3 games, let me go to the game log real quick. It's not showing. Okay, yeah, so it was 4 games. Okay. Yeah, I'm riding with it, man. I'm riding with it. I like that film better than Quinn Ewers' film. And I was impressed by Quinn Ewers, but this is better film. This is better film. This is better film. All right. Anyway, let me get up out of here. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Fins up no matter what, man. Peace. I'm out. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Oh, we had 1 donation. He looks good, but the film is too limited for $30 million a year. I agree. But if Ross is willing to spend, why not? Same offensive system. I agree with you. I'm not paying $30 million. That's why I said don't go over 20. If you can get them under 20, okay. But you get in that 30 range, who you gambling? You know, coaches should have an opportunity to bring in a guy like that. And if it fails, it's okay. Now you go pick your guy. But if you spend $30 million a year on him, that is your guy. You got to live and die by it. And you held accountable for whatever happened. So if I'm them, I don't spend more than 20. But yeah, this checks out. He checks out for the right price. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Fins up no matter what. See y'all soon. Peace. I'm out.